I was in a Puff Daddy video. And boy, do I have a story to tell you. So back in the late 90s, early 2000s, I actually did quite a few music videos, so I have lots of stories. But a lot of times your agent would just send you to the music video and you would have no idea who was actually the artist that you were recording for. They would just tell you, oh, it's a club scene, so dress appropriately, and it's this much pay, so just show up at this time. So it's the middle of summer in New York City. It is hot. The pavement makes everything feel a lot hotter, and it smells like pee, which is nice. So anyway, we get to the location, which is this weird abandoned church. It's been gutted. It looks like it's in renovations or something. There is no air conditioning, so it is uncomfortable. So we're there in our club outfits with our makeup all done, our hair ready, and we immediately start sweating because it's hot as hell. They don't have water, there's no snacks or anything. This feels really rinky-dink. And then we find out, oh, by the way, this is a Puff Daddy video, and it's called Public Enemy Number One. So I don't know, I'd heard of Puff Daddy, of course, but I mean, I wasn't really following him or anything, but it was, I guess, a big deal to a lot of people. There are 2 floors. The first floor was basically where Puff Daddy was going to be with his entourage, and they had a lot of girls like dressed as strippers that were like dancing on platforms and all around, like all greased up and stuff. It was greased up. Oh no. Anyway, I was on the second level leaning over the railing that was looking over, which they had like cameras shooting towards us. I had my hair up and I was looking all sultry in this little black dress. And I had this like little necklace thing that actually was an air conditioning thing. So as the day went on, it kept getting warmer. The bodyguards on the first floor would like take these little bitty bottles of water and just like toss some random bottles of water up into the crowd. It was so weird. For lunch, they just ordered in some like cheap pizzas. They didn't order enough for everybody. And people were acting like rabid animals, like running up, trying to get as much as they could. They weren't waiting in line like normal people or anything. It was a bad experience. I didn't want to be part of that, so I didn't have any lunch. I was just happy to get some water. Then here's where it gets really off the rails. They started pulling in randos from the street, not the actors that they hired to be there, but just random people off the streets of New York City to be in this, and they were really rambunctious. So it really starts getting packed in there, no air conditioning, really hot, middle of summer, New York City, and I started to feel like it was getting a little dangerous. So I kind of backed out and I went to talk to one of the PAs. I said, look, I'm gonna leave because this is just getting out of control. I can't be here. They tried to tell me if I left I wouldn't get paid, but they didn't say anything about how unsafe this place was going to be, so I definitely spoke up about that, and they let me sign out and get my stuff and leave. I was there for most of the day though, and it was a shit show. You know, the funny thing is I never actually looked up the video to see if I was even shown at all. So I looked it up last night, and it looks like they only show like the greased up stripper girls like dancing around him. They didn't show anybody from any of the other areas that we felt like we were being tortured all day to be there, and they didn't show us at all. So, hey, you know what? It was an experience and it was a good story, so I don't recommend doing a Puff Daddy video.